Hey guys, so oh my goodness, craziness. Everything's been crazy lately. Crazy as ever. Back been bothering me. But for the most part I think I feel better. I never really had this issue where like I had to, you know, like work out and stretch my back certain ways or whatever, or tighten up the muscles and all that. But apparently when you turn 30, shit just started going everywhere. So, whatever. So I missed y'all. It's been like a whole week and a half, 2 weeks. So between that and this girl's 16th birthday, I've been reflecting a lot more and more. So if you don't know, right, I started giving Jaleisa like pretty decent, and when I say decent, I mean pretty lavish parties when she was like 5 or 6. Like, I'm a teen mom. What do I know? You know what I mean? What do I know? How am I supposed to know better? Like, I was a kid. Like, I was in my 20s. I lived with my mom, at like 20 or something. So, I ain't got no bills. I could drop like three grand on a birthday party for my 5-year-old if I want to, So, that's what I did. I did the whole pink limousine, black and blue cheesecake factory for like 20 people, Memorial Art Gallery. She's so posh, Jaleisa is. That whole thing for years. Hotel weekends, spa days for 10 girls. So Jaleisa's been known for her very lavish parties, and everybody's like, oh yeah, Ashley, what you doing that Ashley? What you gonna do when she turns 16? What you gonna do when she turns 16? Well, we kind of stopped having parties for Jaleisa like after she turned like 10, 11. I think her last decent sized birthday was like we took her to like this restaurant. It's really, it was an upscale restaurant. The bill was pretty damn upscale, I'll tell you that much. Here, it was in Pittsburgh, and we took her there when she was like 10. We got like the executive suite or whatever for her, and that was like one of her last big parties. Now, Jaleisa has always known what kind of car she was going to get when she turned 16. There was no ambiguity about that. So everybody has always known. So Jaleisa, that was a thing, in our family. Like, that was always a given, and I used to piss her dad off. Like, why she gonna get that? This, that, and the third year, whatever. But you gonna buy it, no big deal. You still gonna buy it. So whatever. So she this. Anyway, I'm a queen. I'm a tangent queen. So we go on. So she's 16, right? I never intended to have her a sweet 16. Any of that stuff for her, because we partied out, and at this point in our lives what we do is we travel. So we was never gonna really do too much for her birthday other than here's your gift and go on about your business. So this is kind of like little evolution that's kind of been happening recently, in our house, where we've never allowed Jaleisa has not been allowed to work. She's 15 now. She has not been able to apply for her work permit. My husband and I just feel like, you got the rest of your damn life to work. Like, there is no reason to rush to work. He and I have both been working since we was 14 years old, and we can't wait to stop working. So, there's no reason for that. And plus, our kids are athletes. So focus on those scholarships, because, baby, we've been paying for tuition for these kids since pre-K 3. Not for her since first grade, but for the boy, pre-K 3. So, get them scholarships for us, please. Please, thank you, please. Okay? So, we want them to focus on that. But the evolution that has happened in our house that's the parking spot right there. That has happened in our house recently has been that she can start working. Her dad's okay with her working, so whatever. But my reservation about the situation was when me and my husband were younger and we were working, minimum wage was $5 an hour, right? I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. Minimum wage was $5 an hour when we were kids and we were working. But so it took us forever. It took us a whole week to make $100. And that was before, taxes got deducted or whatever, and how, but nowadays, minimum wage is like what, like 12, 13, $14, whatever an hour. So, you know, a shift is a decent amount of money. You know what I mean? And I don't want our kids to be kind of swallowed up by money at this point, because if you need money, that's what your parents are for. You know, that's what we're for, to give them money as they need it. You know what I mean? So I want them to focus on being teenagers or whatnot. So, you know, he's just like, if she gonna get a car, then she gonna have to pay for gas. If she gonna be a young lady, you know, she gonna have to pay for her car insurance. So I was like, you right. That's why I love you. You right. So she's now going to be able to work. So I said all that to say this, and I do have a story for y'all too, but they stressing me out, and we 2 weeks away from this girl's 16th birthday. She tells me last night, me and my mom were on our way to go get our lashes done. We usually we're a duo, but last night we was a trio. And we riding and we're going, and she's like, Mom, I think for my birthday, I would like to go to New Orleans. I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to go to New Orleans too for a minute. So I'm like, okay, because you know, I've been craving a po' boy for the longest. Like, I wanted to go to the po' boy festival, but it just didn't work out like that. So I was down for that. I co-signed that. So she wants to go for her birthday weekend. So I go to start looking, you know, researching stuff. March 1st. Her birthday is March 1st. Y'all know what March 1st is? Y'all know what March 1st is, New Orleans? Y'all know what March 1st kicks off? Carnival season. You know what Carnival is called in Louisiana? Mardi Gras. Your birthday is the beginning of Mardi Gras weekend. You told me 2 weeks before the weekend. Ain't no hotels. Airbnb is like $600. You think I'm about to pay $600 a night? I'll just pay somebody mortgage in a weekend. Hell to the no, I'm not doing that. So I don't know how this is going to work. It's making me sad. It's making me very sad. That's my mom calling. She always calling me. We're always talking. So, New Orleans. I don't know how this is going to work. We'll see how this go. I really don't know how it's going to go. But for the car situation, we're always going to get Jaleisa this car for her birthday. And Jaleisa just found out that in New York State, you have to have your permit for 6 months before you can get your driver's license. So, Jaleisa will not be allowed to get her license until September 1st. So now she's super pissed. I'm super pissed. I'm frustrated. Thank God I ain't bought a car yet. But I'm kind of honest, kind of hesitant, because I do want her to have a car. I do want her to have something to practice with. But at the same time, if she get this permit, she can't drive the car unless the licensed driver is with her in the car. And I am not gonna I don't have time. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't have time. But I'm not gonna just be riding with her. What am I gonna do? Go meet her at her school and ride home with her? She can't have her friends in the car, because we ain't down with that. Not at all. We ain't down with that at all. So, yeah. I don't know how this is going to work. Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to leave that card right there. I don't know how this is going to work. It's super frustrating. I don't know. But, yeah, whatever. So, talking about Jaleisa, something real simple. I was going to give you guys a story. I'll give you guys a story a little bit later. Might go out to dinner tonight. I'll give you guys a little story tonight. But right now, the essence of what is in a name. Jalaisa's name. I used to read the Bible a lot, and the Bible says that the father specifically blesses the child first. You receive your first blessing from your father. And I felt like, obviously I'm not her father, but I didn't take that in such a literal notion. I transcended that into the parents bestow the first blessing upon a child. So, I I blessed Jaleisa. I felt like I blessed Jaleisa with the name Jaleisa Banks. And I did a lot of kind of thought and soul searching when it came to her name. I named Jaleisa after all three of my mom's children. She is named after my sister Jasmine, my brother Leland, and myself, Chisa. So she has Jaleisa, all three of us. And then she's also named after my grandfather, Ronnie Banks. And the reason I did that is because I felt like I wanted my daughter to take the best of all four of us. And for the most part, looking back on the last 16 years, she pretty much has. My brother is very, very artistic. His art skills are pretty damn nice. And Jaleisa has taken that as well. When it comes to me, being kind of, she has, her little GPA. My GPA has always been, since I've been in school, never had a low GPA, ever. So I feel like she kind of gets that from me a lot, as far as her academia. My sister is more or less the fun-loving side. Whenever I used to go around any of my cousins, ever, where's Jazz at? How's Jazz doing? Am I chopped liver? Like, y'all don't care about me? Y'all don't care about me? What about Chisa? I'm here. Who cares about Jazz? You know what I mean? But Jaleisa has always had like that fun-loving, that Jasmine spirit to her. And then my granddad always been a hustler. My granddad was born in 1933 and came up from the hills of Pennsylvania when he came up to upstate New York. And he was like a miner. He worked in the coal mines and had to quit school in the 2nd grade to be able to work and take care of his family. And has, for that reason, been a hustler every day from 7 years old to the age of 59 when he passed away. So for that reason, I named Jaleisa after my grandfather, because I wanted her to have that Ronnie Banks spirit in her. And she does. She does, because baby is a hustler, okay? She want to participate in a sport. She bring home all the forms filled out. Mom, I need you to sign here, here, and here, and handle it. And she has done that just like my grandfather for years to come. Problem solver. Even though my grandfather only had a 2nd grade education, he has run numerous businesses, worked for the city of Rochester till he retired, and took care of his family. Papa made money, okay? So he was able to make it, and not in lieu of his circumstances. So I wanted Jaleisa to be able to have that spirit where she can, survive in any time. So, I appreciate that, and to kind of look back and see that blessing I gave her, all these names, has come to fruition for her. I'm just so excited, and I hope it continues to flourish for her and take her that much further in her life. So, I feel very blessed for that reason. And, I couldn't have asked for a better experience, a better child, a better, for this to be my first child, for Jaleisa had been my first child. Like, I'm so happy it had been like this. Like, I really wanted Jaleisa to be a boy. God knows I wanted Jaleisa to be a boy. But I'm happy for every single detail that God has worked out, in the way in which it has. So, yeah, there's just those little bit of stories. I got a couple more for you guys. We got 2 more weeks, so we're going to work this through and see how this goes. My final post might be in New Orleans, or it could end up being in Rochester. I don't know. We'll see how that go. But I do need to get out of the city. It's cold as hell. I mean, I got on a hoodie, but it's cold as hell. And I need to be 30,000 feet in the air. So, talk to you later. Bye.